This video is going to be the most up-to-date, fastest, and easiest step-by-step guide to get the rod of the depths. So make sure to watch all the way to the end and don't skip because you might miss something very important. And just to make it easier for anyone rewatching the video, I put timestamps in the description to help you guys out with finding a certain step. Make sure to subscribe with notifications on and like the video, as these take me a long time to make. First things first, I'm going to show you guys some optional ways that'll make this process go by way faster. But remember, they're optional, so if you don't have the money to do them or you really just don't want to, you don't have to. But there's really only 3 things that you can do to make this thing go by faster. One of those things is heading over to Sunstone Island, climbing up the ladder, and having a chat with Merlin. Her hut's right over here. If you talk to her, just say, "What can you do for me?" and then ask for luck. It's gonna cost $5,000, and I recommend getting an hour of luck, because if you guys have an hour of luck, it'll be way easier to get everything you need later in the video. And the second thing you guys can do is obviously have a pretty good rod to start out with. When I very first got my rod of the depths, the trident rod was my main one, and trust me, this rod is really good. I'll also leave a link to my tutorial for that one in the top right corner of this video. And the last thing you can obviously do to make this go by way faster is go to the shop and double your server's luck with Robux, or just be in a server with extra luck. But remember, all those things I just listed are completely optional and you do not need to do them. I'm gonna go back to Moosewood to show you guys the next step, and starting now, everything is not optional. You need to do these things if you want to get the rod. And the next thing you guys are gonna want to do is fully complete the Vertigo Bestiary. And I'm gonna show you guys the easiest way to get each fish. But first, I have to show you guys where the Vertigo actually is. So go ahead and get on your boat, and you guys have to find a strange whirlpool and jump in it. The most common places for these whirlpools to spawn is between Moosewood and Rosslet Bay. So right over here by Rosslet Bay, anywhere in between these two islands, you will almost always find a strange whirlpool. The one other place that they could be if it's not in between Moosewood and Rosslet Bay is right behind Moosewood. It's usually at this little island right here behind Moosewood. And if you can't find it directly in between Moosewood and Rosslet Bay, just go look all around Moosewood, because as you guys can see, if you come right over here to this island, there is a strange whirlpool. It's literally directly in line of Moosewood. And make sure that it has a line coming up through it, because if it doesn't, you're just gonna drown. But once you find the strange whirlpool, do not jump in it. I repeat, do not jump in it, because your very next step is to take your rod and start fishing in the strange whirlpool. That's how you're gonna get the first fish, which is the Isonade. The best bait to catch it is the truffle worm, but if you guys don't have any truffle worms, you just use your best bait and fish here. It's a pretty rare fish, but I'm telling you, eventually you will catch it. But yeah, just cast your rod directly into the whirlpool and eventually you'll catch it. Stop it. Quick note, make sure you have crab cages before you jump in. You can buy them right next to the merchant at Moosewood. Make sure to buy like 50 to 100. Once you guys catch the Isonade and you have some crab cages, you can go ahead and jump into the whirlpool. And this here is Vertigo. This is where you're going to be catching all the rest of the fish in the bestiary. I'm gonna turn on my fish radar to show you guys the best places to catch fish in the Vertigo. So yeah, just come straight down all the way down to the bottom. This is called Vertigo's Dip. And the first thing you're gonna want to do is just hop on top of these lily pads and then just start placing your crab cages all around. It's really common, the fish that comes from the crab cages, but just make sure you have a good amount just in case you just get a bunch of trash. But 50 crab cages is definitely enough to catch it. It's just the night shrimp here. It's literally common, so it's not that hard to catch. And as you guys can see, right here is the best place to catch spiderfish, and over on the other side is the best place to catch twilight eel. You don't really need a certain type of bait for them because those are really common fish. Now for the more uncommon fish. For the fangborn gar, the best bait that you could possibly use for this one is a fish head. I don't have any right now, but you honestly don't need it. I actually caught all of these fishes without any bait. But yeah, for the fangborn gar, the abyssacuda, the voidfin mahi, the rubber ducky, and even the depths key. That's why I gave you guys the option to buy luck in the beginning of the video, because it really helps with getting the more rare fish. But yeah, you guys are just gonna want to stay here for as long as it takes and just keep on fishing. If you guys need to make a trip on back home, you can go and buy this conception conch. So if you're broke, you're kind of stuck here. But yeah, the hardest fish to catch here is the depths key. This is the key, and it is kind of like the last thing you need to go and can get into the depth. But if you guys really need one, you guys can join the Discord server that's linked under this video and just ask in one of the channels for one, and I might give you one or someone else will. But yeah, you could actually catch this one completely by yourself, especially if it's the Aurora Borealis event. It's way easier to catch. I have like 7 of them just from one event. Anyways, you guys, once you actually catch all the fish, you're gonna want to come up here to this door, and if you have everything including the key, you can talk to this guy called the keeper right here. He's not saying anything to me because obviously I already have the door open, but if you talk to him, he should open it once you get everything. And remember, this door stays open forever, so yeah, you guys have access to one of the best fishing spots in the game now. By the way, there is some parkour, so yeah, don't fall. It's really easy. I've never fallen yet, so hopefully I don't jinx it now, but yeah, this parkour is really easy, and this is how you get to the depth. And welcome to the depths, and congratulations on getting this far. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if this guide has helped you so far. Anyways, guys, go ahead and swim over to the middle part, aka like the central part of the depths where all like the NPCs are at. And I'm just gonna show you guys my favorite fishing spot for the depth. It's right over here on the bridge. Great spot to fish. Fish here for the rest of the video if you need some of the other stuff. But anyways, guys, now you need 750k. And if you don't have that, then just fish in the spot where I just told you guys to fish at. But if you do have that, let's try to get the next thing. The 2 things you guys are gonna need to get to the Rod of the Depths are the big abyssal enchant relic and the big hexed enchant relic. The truth is, these are pretty hard to find. Well, the hexed one isn't that hard to find, but the abyssal one, very hard to come by. But just so you guys know, this is the best place to find them, down in the depth. So if you just keep fishing here for a while, you should be able to catch one. And if not, join my Discord server, because obviously I have some to share. Once you have the big abyssal enchant relic, the big hexed enchant relic, and 750k, you guys are finally ready to get the Rod of the Depths. Congratulations for making it this far. It is finally time to actually get the Rod of the Depths. Make sure not to skip any part of this next section, because this is the most important part, and if you mess up on this section, you could lose your big abyssal enchant relic and your hexed relic and have to get them again. Anyways, guys, follow my moves very carefully. You're gonna want to come all the way over to the side and keep on walking until you find a waterfall, which is right here. Go ahead and equip your diving gear if you have it, and just hop on in this waterfall and swim up. Swim up until you get to this ledge. Oh, yep, there you go. Swim up until you get to that ledge right here, and then keep on walking until you see this little thing right here. This stone is where you're going to put your big hexed enchant relic. Well, it doesn't even have to be big, but this is where you're gonna put your hexed enchant relic. Just hover over it and press input, and there you go. Now it's gone. Can't get it again, so make sure you follow the next steps wisely. Once you fill that one up, come straight down here and walk all the way back to where the waterfall was, but just keep on walking. Keep on walking until you see this little thing right here, and that is where you're gonna put your abyssal enchant relic. And just so you guys know, the regular one works as well. That's the one I'm going to use right now. And boom, as you guys can see, now right behind it is where the maze will open up. If you guys fail this maze and you die, that's really bad news, and this thing's going to close up and you won't be able to get the Rod of the Depths. Guys, when you get into the maze, make sure to follow my exact step, and please remember to have your diving gear equipped. Flippers help if you have them as well. Anyways, guys, come straight down all the way until you see the red crystal. Once you guys first go in, you're going to want to go straight and then go right through this little area with the blue crystal, and then just keep on going. It gets kind of easy once you make sure you get those 2 moves right. Keep on going straight. Even when you see this purple crystal right here, just keep on going, then straight. Then once you get to this area and you see the red crystal, you want to take a right. Do not go in that crack in the wall. It's just a dead end. And then just keep going straight through this crack. See the red crystal, keep on going straight. And now you're just going to want to hug the left side of the wall the whole way through. Do not go anywhere. Do not use any of these holes. Just keep hugging the left side of the wall. And I promise you guys, you will get to the right spot. And as you guys can see, just like that, we have made it. We just have to swim right up here. And congratulations, my friends. You have made it to the Rod of the Depths. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also join the Discord server. See you guys. Bye.